What up? Yo, my camera light. Hold up. Let me change it. Hello, people. Seku-Senpai here. What's up, everyone? Hold up a sec. Let me just fix my camera. I don't like how it's like so. Is it color corrected correctly? Yo. Let me see. Let me fix this for a second. Lawrence, what's up? How long? How long? What exactly? Context for your subject of that sentence. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I was trying to change. Okay, there we go. How long are the chapters? I know there's 3 chapters of this, so probably a shorter stream today, if that's what you're talking, if that's what you're asking. So yeah, probably three. There's only 3 chapters, so unless I'm just chatting in between, which will probably be the case. So, anyways, yeah, I know that last stream, in fact, last week as well, during the streams, during Umineko, we were talking about checking out. Someone was telling me to check out. A few people actually were telling me to check out Confessions of the Golden Witch, which is an extra bonus in the manga, following the Confessions of the Witch. That's pretty much it. So yeah, let me pull this up, make sure my screen is all good, and yeah, get this rolling. I mean, outside of that, I'll be starting the speaking of streams, I'll be starting the Golden Fantasy, I think. How long before we start the chapter? Oh, probably like 2 to 5 minutes. I'm about to start reading the chapter. Yeah, probably 2 to 5 minutes. I'm about to start, but yeah. Next week I might start Golden Fantasy. I think that's what it's called. The other Umineko game, or at least the fighting game, or whatever it is. What's it called? Golden Fantasia. Yeah, Fantasia. Yeah. Oh, is it still on sale? I think it's still on sale. I don't know, but I might be playing that. I meant to buy it yesterday, but I forgot. So let's get this rolling. Yeah, Golden Fantasia. Okay, yo, what's Ayushiki? Okay, what's up, man? I'll make sure I read your username correctly. Let me make sure this whole scene looks good, though. I think keeping it like this is okay. Now, let me actually change it. Let me change this up. Hold up, everyone. Just give me a second. I meant to do this earlier, but I got distracted with work and stuff, as usual. If I were to press this, okay, that looks good. And can I change my webcam on this scene? Okay, actually, let me switch it over so y'all can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Okay. Got the whole manga right here. Pirating, of course. I mean, a pirate's life for me. Bring up my webcam a little bigger right there, since it's all this space right here. All this space. And put the chat right here. Almost 15-second delay. Yeah, I hate that delay. Stream delay sucks. Because I'm like reading the chat. Sometimes someone asking something, it'll be like that delay just it's annoying. It's annoying. I don't know. I wish there was a way to fix that, but that's just how it is. Unfortunately. Okay, I think that should be good. I can actually make this bigger. Make y'all huger over here. Actually, let me minimize this, because I just forgot some parts of this actually does get the pages do get bigger. So I'll put chat back over here, actually. Almost forgot, the pages do get bigger on some sections. So yeah, anyways, let's get this going. Do I want to keep this music playing? I do want music playing. Yeah, we'll keep this song going, I guess, in the back. I can't hear it right now, but I know there's music playing. I'll lower it a bit, though, so it's not so loud. Okay. Confessions of the Golden Witch. The Confessions of the Golden Witch. Oh, man. Okay. I'm excited for this, though. Last time I checked out anything with the Umineko manga was start of episode 3, I think. I was reading some of the manga then. I love the art for the manga. I love it. But if I have but one wish, let this message bottle never be seen by anyone's eyes. Confessions of the Golden Witch. If you by any chance should read this, please deal me my just punishment. Excuse me. This island is cursed. An island where countless souls and corpses went without salvation and where sins cross and combine. The island of the witch. Rokkenjima. Yo. Fitting to that witch's name, my life had as well been cursed. I was raised in an orphanage, and since I was a small child, I had worked as a servant in the house of Ushiromiya. Can't say the name all of a sudden. There were a great number of fellow servants who came with me from the orphanage, but I was exceptionally young. I was often bullied because of that. Yeah, I remember that. I remember they talking about how they're the younger of the people here. There's nothing to be done. The age gap between them and me was far too great. I had no chance of becoming friends with them, and I honestly didn't even want to. That is why. Okay, yup. Here we go. The character design right here. I got my OGs right here. My OCs. Original characters, man. Blonde hair. A red dress as stained by blood. Beto's friend. Moves things around on whim. The witch Beatrice. Yeah, this is original design. Okay. I made an effort of associating with illusionary friends. A high white witch gets burned when she touches spiderwebs. Yep, okay. If I turned my thoughts towards them, they would immediately appear next to me. They would make loud spectacle music. Fix that. Okay. They would make a loud spectacle around me. At times they would get me into troubles, but they would also console me. They were irreplaceable friends. So even in lonely nights, I wouldn't feel scared or alone. Baroon, I think with this, I can finally make you take work seriously. This is the other sir. Okay, yo. Who's this? On the stage. Beelzebub. I took one key off my chain and threw that key into Baroon's locker. Later, I took the key bundle she left lying around and replaced it with mine. Yep, that was that thing. Episode 7. Maybe I overdid it a little. Yeah, they were like, yo, how's this working? Maho. What are you talking about? That was me taking over your body for the sake of teaching Baroon to respect higher powers. After that, she will learn to respect us. Yes, it's Baroon's fault for not being diligent enough. Because of her behavior, the witch decided to teach her a little lesson. That's all. My, are you still up at this time? Hey, Kumasawa. She's so cool. Tomorrow is an early day. You have to get some sleep. Kumasawa-san. Kumasawa-san, thank you for helping me. You know, the master's vase? No, I told you it was a kitty cat that did it, right? Yo, Kumasawa always had your back, man. Yo, that mackerel, man. That sweet mackerel you be talking about. Kumasawa-san, who has served the house a long time, Genji-san, who is the head of servants and the master's friend, Dr. Naja, who occasionally comes to visit. For some reason, I can't see why they treat me so well. There are days when I received a good scolding, but they were always there for me. Especially Genji-san, who always speaks so strictly about a servant having to cast his heart in iron, and Kuma-san, who often meddles in other people's affairs. Yo, they're just chilling. We're like parents to someone like me, without a single relative in the world. Yep. Are you listening? I have decided upon my dream. I want a family. Okay. That's some optimism right there. You know, it all started off with some pure intentions, you know. I want to have a family and whatnot. But we're going to see how this slowly changes to something else. I want to marry the boy I love one day, and then get children, all to create a real family. My. That is a really cute little dream fit for a human. As a witch, I can't really see it. And soon after, I fell in love. Oi, how you been? Unlike that brute Jessica, you really get cuter every time I meet you, Shane and John. Have you read any new detective novels? This is one that I found especially entertaining. Thank you very much. I recently read all of Agatha Christie. So, the son of one of the branch families of Ushiromiya, he always made a good impression. He was a little rough on the edges, but never fake. For somebody like him to have the same hobby as me, and for him to spend so much of his time on the island during the family conference with me, believe me, that trick will surprise you. To me, who had no other friends my age, that wasn't that weird. It wasn't that weird to lose my head over a boy like that. With him around, I was able to forget the hardships of my everyday life, so I started daydreaming about spending more time at his side. And I began to think that there was also a little favor directed at me as well. Ooh. What I'm into? It might surprise you, but I'm not into the homely type. I like something rougher. What? Oh, that's Balor talking. I was like, what? Even someone like Jessica, somebody to bash my head in with would be nice. And it would be awesome if she was blonde and had this dude Balor. This dude Rudolph, man, over here influencing his son's tastes, like unintentionally. If you ever do quit your position as a servant, then you can come to my place. If that day comes, I will come for you on a white horse. Oh boy. You come to regret that one day, Battler. You will come to regret that maybe. To an extent. Does that mean you'll become my prince on a white horse? That you will come and carry me off this island? What would it be wonderful to be able to live with you? How wonderful it would be to live with you. I want to be your bride. If I am with you, my dream will definitely come true. Well, and while I give my best to become the ideal woman you dream about, I will keep on waiting for you until you come to take me away forever. She declared that right then and there. We parted with the promise to meet again 1 year later in the same spot. I have to be more frank, like Milady Jessica. Like this. She started wearing a hoodie and stuff. Battler, how you been? No, I can't talk like that. Secret tips to boost it. She really was trying. And relax and pull. I was waiting to test how much we felt for each other. But no matter how I waited, he did not return. Have you heard that Battler-sama was erased from the family register? Yeah, but with his father fooling around even while Sama was still alive, I would leave the family too. Well, Rudolph-sama's problem with infidelity goes way back. Hasn't Hamachi wasn't she also with him one time? He will come back. Surely, he will come back. Battler-san. Next year. He still didn't show up. Yasuda. Sorry, do you have a pad with you? Sorry, I haven't yet, so... Oh, I see. Sorry. While I was waiting for his return, grieving, I was starting to feel unease about my own body as well. Oh. Whoa, okay. Growing up, man. Why won't this grow bigger? Especially when then you start hating your own body because it's not up to what your lover wants. But man, this is a little, man, this is wild. Is there something wrong with my body? There's nothing wrong with you, Yasuda. Are you still in middle school? When it comes to the tides of the moon, some people will only experience it once they have entered high school, you know? You're right. With my magic, you can immediately get giant knockers if you want. They will be plump and voluptuous, like ripe fruits when Battler will return. Yo. But they also come with a set of problems that a young girl's heart should better go untroubled by. You're right, I think. Yes, just lay your fears to rest. I should do that, right? Beatrice-sama? When you're talking to yourself. Man, oh, that hurts. I hate mirrors. For showing me how I truly look. Okay, yo. Because they steal my dreams from me. Yeah, that is kind of sad, you know. Like, already starting off on a sad, sad note with their own backstory. Is that me? That boyish-looking thing with a worn-out face, tossed away by the one she liked? Has no real friends or family to talk to, just sits in her room melancholically talking to herself, living by deceiving herself? How shabby is that? Battler, why won't you come back to me? Come and save me. Come and take me away from this island, from this fate. What did this promise really mean to you? Was I the only one getting my hopes up? Yes. Please. So, is there nothing left to me but living alone and miserable? I don't want to die right now. And what if I forgot all my past? Yes, the Mirror Natsu's room. Yup. Can't forget about that. Can't forget about yo. Yeah, I remember the Mirror Natsu's room. Yo, what's up, Victor? How's it going? And I could just live a different life. Oh, yup. I saw the hair back. I was like, oh snap, this is about to be life as a boy. My name is Canon. I will be working from here from today. I hope we can get along. Man, that's some crazy. From that point on, I started to appear as Canon. If I could somehow find happiness living as a boy, then I could now start letting my life as Shannon fade out of existence, I thought. Man, of course, this wasn't something that I could just do suddenly. So my life meant alternating between Shannon and Canon. Kumasawa and Genji played along, but just as a further extension of my game of make-believe, they helped me with secret agreements and managing the shift schedule. It's really something to have a boy as a servant. Shall we spend the break together? Man, so yeah, they played along. They're like, okay, up to do their own thing. So, and this whole persona now. Oh man, food tastes worse if the company is bad. Wait, yo, she was over here trying to hit on Canon right here, and he's like, nah, no, I'm not about to hang out with you. Doesn't talk much, is pretty cold, only insults if he opens his mouth. I'm sure that's what being a boy is like. Okay. Yes, he must appear as the complete opposite of Shannon. I only have to keep away from people as much as possible, and speak as few as possible. Normally, there are no more than two or three servants on duty on the island. As long as I have Kumasawa and the others help, it shouldn't be discovered if I do well. This strategy went better than expected. I pushed my daily discontent on, and my mischievous spirit and my feeling for that boy and the witch in me. So I became able to smile freely as long as I was me. But who's this? Oh, this is Kinzo. Yo, it's like, yo, who the heck is that? Oh, what's that hot tea on your foot? It's not hot. No, hurry. I need ice. Oh no, it's hot. No, hurry. I need ice. Okay. Shannon-chan, take off your socks quickly. We were Kinzo over here just watching. He will yell at me. Master, we will have to borrow the bathroom. Yes. Oh, what did he notice? What did he notice? I'm sorry that you had to witness this unsightly display. I will quickly prepare a new soup. Genji, you didn't. No, it's alright. Master, what is this? Oh, snap. Yeah, he was like, yo, he would really open that eye wide, like, wait, hold up a second. Hold up. Man, I asked you if you wanted to take a try at shooting as well. Okay, practice shooting with the gun. You have the extra toe scar? Oh, yeah, the toe scar, too. Yeah, okay, yo. I thought I was just noticing on appearance for a second, but, yo, they had the toe scar at that, yo. Oh, man. Ooh, man. Scars are something else, man. I asked you if you wanted to take a try at shooting as well. Oh, man. Ho, 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 ho. Isn't that a treat, Shannon-chan? Even Ava-sama and her siblings are not allowed to touch these guns. Don't you want to at least give it a try? Yes. Heh heh. There's a real resemblance. Can it be that now a chance for redemption has finally come? The gods are truly fickle. Yo, thinking back, this is probably the most happiness I ever experienced. Oh yeah, hanging out with Jessica. My friendship with Milady also deepened. Maria, yo, that's her name. I was thinking about so many other names. Maria. I also very easily became friends with Maria-sama. Together we expanded our world and played in it. Yeah. This is how I wove the fabric of our world. And I found a new love. At first, it was a way to finally forget about that boy. So I felt guilty if I had maybe chosen him as a replacement. But the time with him was so gentle. I was so happy for someone like me being... Can you see my mouse? Oh, yeah. Okay, my mouse doesn't show up on screen. Okay. For someone like me being treated like a girl. And more than that, his ideal of family that he told me about one day matched with mine. More and more, I got charmed by him. I may be not gifted with big breasts, but even if it takes a while, I can still get children. And so I set out to build my future with George-sama. Mibadada, yo, what's up? Yep, the confession. Even though there is not supposed to be a happy future in store for me. November 29th, 1984. This is a huge portrait. When they actually show it in the manga, it really gives you perspective on, like... I mean, I know that they said it was huge to be in the visual novel, but... Yo, like, seeing manga form, yo, that thing is huge. After I got a hint from Genji-sama, my passion grabbed me, and I decided to challenge the epitaph. I set out to solve it, being sure that a mystery fanatic like myself would be able to do so. I went about completely oblivious to the I went about completely oblivious to what solving the epitaph truly meant to bring about. And in the end, figured it out. It was nothing but me prying open the Pandora's box that was my fate. Oh yeah, then the whole outfit, getting dressed. Ooh. Yo, I like how even I was reading it, I just hear this dude Kinzo, man. Forgive me, Beatrice. Leon, just once. Call me father, just once. Father. I have not a sliver of regret left in my life. My name is Ushiromiya Leon. My father was Ushiromiya Kinzo. Okay. And you are now... Wait, I'm making sure I read this correctly. Oh, it was a peaceful death meeting you in his final moments. He gained his chance for redemption in the end. He must be satisfied now. You are now the ruler of Rokkenjima, and you possess the right to all the secrets. Please ask us anything, whatever it may be. You knew all the time that I was the master's child, didn't you? But also that my mother was Beatrice. Wait! My mother was the Beatrice who had been held captive in Koridorian. My mother is actually Kinzo's daughter, and she's also my elder sister. Kinzo, why, man? Why? What does that mean? I don't understand. Do you want to say The master deeply regretted pushing all the misguided love at the deceased Beatrice-sama on her, and also that he made you shoulder such a gruesome fate by being born out of that? That is why. Wait a second. So I'm the youngest child of Ushiromiya Kinzo. Kurasama and the others are my siblings. The child of the child he had with his lover. So Milady and the others are my cousins, yet also my nieces and nephews. Marrying a blood relative of third degree is illegal. The blood of Ushiromiya Kinzo runs thick in my veins. In other words, I was never supposed to be born. Poor Shannon. Poor Yasuda, more so, I guess. Or Leon. Or, y'all know who I'm referring to. After your mother died on you, Kinzo-san planned on introducing you to the main house as an adopted child. Okay, wait a second. My ears won't stop ringing. But Natsuki, who was suffering from a severe neurosis for not being able to give birth herself at the time, made the servant carry you off by a cliff. Yup. Cliff by. Please don't tell me any more of this. Nothing good can come from this. But still, you were exceedingly lucky. I myself thought that it was nothing less than a miracle. I suffered. Oh, let me move the chat over for y'all. Actually, let me just close chat for just a second for this. You suffered a large laceration in your lower abdomen and genital region, but like through a miracle, you survived. Dr. Najra really tried everything he could to save you. Why won't it get... You were able to... Oh, yeah, because of all... Okay, I almost forgot. That adds up to everything else, too. You were unable to save your dear mother. And for that, we wanted to at least let you live. If that were a body... Even if it were a body that cannot make children, we wanted you to live and become happy. Well... Did this truth make her happy? Make them happy? Oh boy. Aye, man. Rereading, going through this again, reminding me of all that, the terrible stuff that went down. Kinzo, man. Kinzo. A lie. It's a lie. This has to be a lie. I am Yasuda Sayo, an orphan. I am not that Leon you talk about. You have the wrong person. It's not me. It can't be me. Leon. No, you're Leon-sama. Can you prove that? Do you have proof that I am Leon-sama? Yes. On your foot is a scar left from the operation. That alone is proof that within you flows the very blood of the master. Yeah. We were careless in your care, I suppose, and the operation left a scar. Yep. That is why. No. Why didn't you let me die back then? I would have never wanted to live in such a body. A body like this that cannot even make love. I am not even a human. I'm not even human. I'm a piece of furniture. Ooh. I want a family. It's a lie that I can't have children. It's a lie that I'm... Oh, man. You have flashbacks to Battler? I mean, all that stress and the truth, and that's a lot. Like, that's a lot to take in, man. It's a lie that I'm related to you. It's a lie that I can't become happy with the person I love. Surely from the very moment I was born, I was never given a chance for a happy life. Oh, man. Man, surely it won't get worse. Oh my gosh, poor Sayo. Confession of Golden Witch, Chapter 2, man. Jeez. Yeah, now they're on the bed moping. Yo, as a human seen as a witch will never regain happiness. Don't you even know that? Furniture. Your tears are an apparative to me. This pain of love is the most delicate hors d'oeuvres. Begone, witch! Don't even come near my sister. Nei-san, we are and will be furniture. There cannot be love between people and furniture. You have to tell this to George-sama as well. You must not get closer to people than you already are. To furniture, there is only one way to properly live as furniture. Kennen-kun, but I am... Bell chimes. Work. It's time to work. One is the resurrection of all the souls of the dead. One is the resurrection of even the love once lost. Put the witch to eternal rest. Nothing like that happens. Now it's just about returning this mechanism to its original shape so that the gold stays hidden. So you get 4 treasures, right? I lost everything in exchange for that gold. What a joke. That is true. Yo, you trying to solve this epitaph, you learn that whole truth, and what a joke indeed. What a joke, man. I spent my days like before without ever any change. The fact that I solved the epitaph and succeeded the headship, even the circumstances of my own birth, I told to nobody. Even Genji-san and the others around me and the others order me around in the same harsh tone as before. I was afraid of laying it out in the open. If I spoke it out loud, it would come rushing in with so much more how miserable I am. And the feeling of guilt for not revealing it to the person I held fond feelings for clung unto me all the time. No matter how much gold there were no means for me to be saved from my cursed fate. Yep. No amount of gold could make me feel better from that whole thing. Like, man. The only thing left was to push it all deeper and deeper into my heart. The death of the master, death of Kinzo, was as if the witch within me had cast her magic. Through a secret agreement, it all became concealed. Cross-sama took on exorbitant loans. Crossover here, man. It's terrible loans, man. That is why they had to push the question of inheritance further away. They said, "What an arrogant woman. She talks of protecting honor, but the only thing she cares about is her own appearance. That scum, they were all too ready to deny our honorable dead a proper funeral." The days kept by without change. It's a just reward for Kinzo, who held me a prisoner as well. She said, "Yo, it's karma." Karma for Kinzo. And Natsu, she made you fall off that cliff. My world is turned into a negative image of itself on that day. Does that show up on screen when I do that? No, it doesn't. Okay, so y'all can't see what I saw. It's when I don't move for a while. When I don't move my mouse for a while, something pops up. So I'm glad that y'all don't see that because that's a little annoying. But anyways, Shannon, isn't the stench coming from G-sama's study lately the worst? Shannon, isn't the stench coming from G-sama's study lately the worst? Honestly, what is he researching there? Oh, OG-sama. Okay. Lately, the master is putting all of his efforts into this. Excuse me. And since he has a lot of bad days, I think it is better if you don't go to his study anymore, milady. I have to discuss the inspection of the freezer and an increase of preservatives with Genji-san. Yes, let's propose the acquisition of a new freezer to Madame. Genji-san, in the underground, where did all those skeletons come from? Once Rokkenjima had been a base for the Japanese army. I heard there was a mass killing between the Japanese soldiers and the people who came on this Italian submarine. That had also brought the first Beatrice-sama here. The bones. They are all gathered in one room. They were all piled up, cluttered, unorganized. Those skeletons wearing Italian and Japanese uniforms, all thrown on a heap, as if dumped on a garbage pile. Why did Master leave his comrades like this without a proper burial? Why did he build his mansion on this island as if to hide them all? The Master, He killed them all, didn't he? To monopolize Beatrice-sama and the gold. Maybe he carried them off. Maybe he carried them here after killing them. Or in this body, flows this dirty blood. It was at that point when... Okay, tell me already. What is there between you and George Nissan? Between? You seemed to hit it off quite well last time he was on the island. Are you two going steady? Did you go on a date? No, going steady would be, he just helped me with some shopping and it really wasn't a date. When she knows the truth on the whole bloodline, the whole conversation, it's different. Shut up. It was a date, I tell you. Now you keep saying you're not going steady? He's your boyfriend and you're his girlfriend. I don't know about being a girlfriend. Really? So you didn't try to get ahead first? We promised we would get boyfriends around the same time. Milady. Hey, Shannon. Yes? Among the servants, there's this boy called Cannon. Am I right? Are you close? Oh boy. Cannon. Does he have a girlfriend or something? Oh man. I was getting dizzy. Milady, have you ever talked to Cannon? I was getting dizzy of the joy of being approached with such a favor. Just a little bit, but he doesn't seem like he wants to talk to me. For Cannon, who is this lump of all ugliness inside of me, for him who was the opportunity of a life as a boy, for him to have somebody approach him with such a favor, he always seems so lonely, looking into the distance. So I wondered. When I say I wondered, I don't mean liking him, but if I speak to him more, maybe I can cheer him up a little. It almost felt as if he had been swallowed to live. At this time, I was shuddering in disgust towards the genes of Ushiromiya deep within myself. I do not think that Cannon-kun has a girlfriend. Really? Well, no. He always keeps himself shut off, but I think he would feel joy at being talked to by Milady. Towards the blood of Kinzo within me, feeling joy because of his favor. By the way, remember having a joke about... Yeah, I remember that. That actually would be. When you think about it, man, there's like so many things when you know stuff later on and you go back to it, like, oh man, so wild. So wild when you just thinking about everything, man. Like, really is, plot relevant. Like, towards the blood of Kinzo flowing within me, feeling joy because of this favor. The people who make me feel needed are my blood relatives. That's so sad. The only thing changing were the days and the months while I kept silent, and the feelings of those two only deepened more. Oh, Jessica got the courage. Let's go. Listen, if you feel down, it's my mixtape with my recommendations. Listen if you like. You should say, I got a mixtape. Yo, that's so like... I get to know so many new emotions just by being with you. You make a gentle wind breeze through my heart. Shannon, I am so... Only George would phrase stuff like that. You make a gentle wind breeze through my heart. Was he in Paris? Shannon, I am so happy to have met you. For someone like me who is living by denying themselves. Thank you for being born. The raw feeling of being loved, or it being alright to live, was more bliss than I ever knew. Will anybody be able to understand that? Well, I wasn't planning to make you cry, and that was that. Swayed by my resolve of having to bear the truth to them. That is why I felt a little relieved when he was talking about staying a night on our trip. I was so sure that on an occasion like this, even a weakling like me would be able to overcome her fear, to cast all my wishes on the sliver of hope that if George-sama truly loved me, he would accept me even if he learned the truth. But my resolve was in vain. But my resolve was in vain. That chance did not come about. What? Separate rooms? Milady. And George-sama suddenly brought up talks of getting engaged. What should I do? I can't trick him any longer. I have to tell George-sama the truth as fast as possible. George-sama will truly be able to accept me. Aren't those sweet words furniture? Love means lust and can only be measured by two bodies lying together. George will disappear as soon as he knows about your birth and your body. Oh man, that hurts. That hurts. Why are you pretending to be right for George when you can't even fulfill his dream? You are sinful just for imagining yourself and him together. I want a future like that with you, a good life surrounded by all of our children and grandchildren. Man. But George-sama, he is sincere. Our love, it will not be destroyed by something like that. Quit jabbering with that nonsense. Just because George is sincere, it will put out all of his love for someone like you who kept lying to him, exploiting him with a fruitless love. There are countless replacements for you. There is no need for him to choose you. But I wanted to be loved by somebody. It just accidentally happened to be George-sama. Is it a sin to even consider going through my love for George-sama? My love for George-sama? Sama? So, you want to be with the son of your siblings. Oh, man. I have to congratulate you for following the same path as Kinzo while also hating his deed the most. Oh, man. What will you do then? Will you be with George, hiding the knowledge that the future will hold despair in store? Nobody would ever allow for a person who doesn't even know their lineage to become the spouse of the hero of a company. Of course, if your lineage became known, then you might just have to force George into a life of shadows with you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah. to say the least. I almost choked on my water. Okay. And somebody without even a complete soul doesn't have the right for loving George anyway. Oh, she wasn't done. She wasn't done. I thought she was done talking smack. because I love me lady. Hey, it was so painful having to refuse her that way. Game, please tell me your real name. It was so painful having to hurt my me lady like that. It was especially harsh because it was like denying myself because I do like her. Milady shines like the sun, and she makes even someone like me shine. When I'm with her, I feel like I don't have to keep living like this anymore. Nesan, you know that even if you get refused by George-sama, there will still be Lady Jessica, right? Milady Jessica is not a replacement for George-sama because I want to have love. Jessica, that carefree girl who doesn't even know the true form of this family. Then why don't you step forth and reveal yourself, Golden Witch? With all your gold and the problems of this household should be solved in no time. I'm not wrong about that. My, it is not easy it is not that easy of a story. If I reveal my existence to them, those greedy hounds will show their true colors and start to fight. And the only thing remaining for you and Shannon will be ruin. Stop it already. It was the cursed blood of the Ushiromiya that drove you to this point, and you are nothing but that. Wherever you may choose, there is no running from the pain. Choosing. Whatever I choose, this pain clings to me. I have been driven to the far end of the wall. I have to decide until the day when George-sama will give me that ring during the family conference. And that will... Okay. And give me that ring during the family conference. And that day will mark the border when my life will truly change without fail. All these letters, yep. I have to tell George-sama everything. George-sama will surely accept me. And then I will leave the island, and cast away the me that is canon and the me that is Bito. I will live as Sayo, the life that I am longing for as Sayo. But I will not be able to give George-sama the bliss of being surrounded by people. Still, my wish isn't great. So, if we share... Wait. Right, so, yeah. Okay. If we share true love, then surely we can be happy. Don't come any closer. You make me want to puke. You've been deceiving me all this time, haven't you? Did you think somebody like you could honestly marry me? You are disgusting. Don't ever show up in front of me ever again. The negative thoughts, man. Yo, the brutal deaths of Umineko. Oh man. Yep. Having experienced being accepted for who I truly am, it was exceedingly difficult to imagine and believe in a happy future. No, George-sama isn't like that. He isn't like that. If I could just go eternally without telling him the truth, then I could be happy with him eternally. Yet, George-sama, you will accept me, right? I will believe in you, so please. While being haunted by nightmares, that day kept closing in day by day. That's all for the fine details. So from here on, Shannon, are you even listening? I'm sorry, madam. I gave you the task to clean the hall. The family conference is soon. Oh, I read that as so on. The family conference is soon, so keep yourself together. I already told you, but for the first time in 6 years, Battler-kun will be attending again to this family conference. The timing sucks for Sayo right here. Like, just it's so much. It's so much right there. Let's prepare with all of our powers so that no embarrassments occur that day. Is it true that Battler-san is coming back? Oh, okay, younger. Okay, I was like, yo, what's happening here? Battler-san is coming home. He really didn't forget his promise. He's coming home. He's coming to take me with him. He finally appeared during my time of greatest hardship and will save me from this hell called fate. This time I will finally become Battler-san's bride. Ooh. I love Battler-san the most than everyone else in the world. Please go away. Oh yeah, she was saying please go away. I thought I separated myself from you, my emotion, my first love. There's no way that Battler-san is coming to take me with him. Now, somebody who didn't even manage to send a letter. He probably doesn't remember a childish promise like that. You doubt your beloved Battler-san? Well, yeah, he did forget. It took him a while to remember. Oh man. My current self is only thinking of George-sama. Liar. I can hear us howling in pain. Kihahaha. Let's stop being strong. Aren't you the one who feels the most joy for having expected Battler's return home more than anyone else? It comes just right. Why not make it an insurance for when George has broken up with you? Why not change into Battler right now? Oh, that's right. No matter who you choose, you have that filthy body that doesn't allow you to connect with anyone. I have been a squirming spider caught in a spider web, caught in its own web. I was just running around confused, trying to escape my fate. Yep. But I kept stumbling all too soon and ending up crying again and again. I cursed fate. I cursed the world. Yo, drip cannon right here. And it was right at a time when I was tied hand and foot to an inescapable fate that kept choking me. When I noticed that I had spun that thread by my own devices. Maybe if I had stood up and chosen a life for myself a bit faster without desperately running from fate, things might have ended without this day ever occurring. But by now I had not even the power left to put up an honest struggle. I don't want this anymore. Make it stop. I don't want to live in a body like this. I want to be happy. If I could just make it all never happened. Make it so it all never happened. Somehow. If I could just be smiling with the people I love in a world without ties or bonds. Somehow. But I can't. Because I have this body. I can't go anywhere. I can't become happy. I was only freed from this lump of flesh tied down by obligation and could be connected to all of them. If only I was free and could be connected to all of them from this lump of flesh tied down by obligation by your souls. Oh. But it is so easy, for I am now Beatrice, the Witch of Rokkenjima. I will return this island to the Golden Land. Open flames explosive storage. Oh, okay. Yup. I have that power. Dang. There was a lot of a lot of stuff here, man. You planned to commit suicide with the whole island in a case of an emergency, didn't you? Now, to see if it can still be used. Yup, blowing up the shrine. I'll carry it all out on the day of the family conference. It is nuts. This is crazy. Yo, I hate how my neighbor's dogs bark, man. It's like because the top of my window is like broken. Like a smidge, so sometimes like my voice will echo out of the room. It's like rarely happens. I think only the dogs will pick it up, which is why they are barking right now. Y'all can't hear it, but my neighbor's dog's barking. Mind blown. Beto best girl. Yo, these comments. Who's texting me? Leave me alone. Okay, chapter 3. I think this is the last one for the Confessions of the Golden Witch, right? Yep. Oh man. I shall return Rokkenjima and the whole household of the Ushiromiya to the Golden Land, for that is the curse of Beatrice, the Witch of Gold, who enthralls this household. Dr. Nanjo, Kumasawa-san, I have a favor to ask the two of you. Ask of you as a family head. I want you to do exactly as I say during the family conference this year. I'll give you as many ingots as you want for. Oh, she said, I'll give you some ingots. I got that gold. We will do whatever is in our power when it comes to you. We don't need any money for that. We want to repay the compassion you had for us without any chance of making you happy. Without any chance to make you happy. Man. That is something, yeah, definitely something I want to go through the whole thing again, man. I'm especially reading the manga wise too. I like the way the manga looks. I didn't think I would like it as much, but I could read that afterwards. I mean, I think it's the next chapter. I mean, I have read it already. I have read it already. It was really quick. It was a quick read. But I could go through it again for those who haven't seen it yet or whatnot. That's a wild chapter. Wild. Like, oh man. Yo, Umineko is up there, man. Up there. Where was I? A murder mystery game. Of course we will play along. Genji-san, you're the most loyal of furniture, aren't you? Hi. You will grant me whatever I order you to do, right? As family head, I can do with this island. I didn't record anything for it. That's why I was reading it on my own. That's why I was like, okay, I'll do it afterwards. I don't have any recordings of it on here yet, on YouTube or anything. So I think it'll be a nice read again. I read it I think it was a week ago or so. Hi. Yes. Even if I were to say I wanted to commit suicide together with this whole household. Wait, hold up. Will you grant me whatever I ordered? Yep. You look at Genji's face. Yo, he's like, what? I would never have wanted to live in that body that I can't love. Hi. Yes. For I too am to blame for driving you into this corner, my mistress. I shall serve you until the very end. Yep. Thank you. Rule X and accomplice is very different. It's different every time. The adults are all in financial trouble. It's easy to bribe them. Rule Y. Y is agreed on by everyone can be depicted as actually happening in a locked room situation. Anything goes, but people who observe the golden butterflies are either accomplices or dead. Those who were not bribed can only see the golden butterflies and the time space of 30 minutes before their death. From that point onwards, I began to write down plans for a crime as if I had gone mad. Questions which future might be the best and what circumstances might satisfy me. I wrote these tales of endless October 4th to 5th embellished with the illusion of magic. To me, being used to playing around with delusions, this was no mere plan for a crime, but also the idea of parallel worlds to this day of the crime. Die. If my soul was released from my body and was able to experience all of these worlds, die. I started. Wait, there's not much happening over here. So I started to find a sinister delight and the act of endlessly killing all of the family. Sacrificed and died. Yep, die. Ushiromiya Kinzo, with his accursed blood and all of his sins, he is the root of all of the chain of misfortune. Die. To think that you should have the right to rest in peace. Die. Shouldn't you satisfy to serve the role of Beatrice even in death? All those who continue the chain of misfortune Kinzo began should die as well. Cross, who is connected to his siblings by a chain of hatred and violence. Die. And Natsuki, who derailed my destiny. Ava and Hideyoshi, who stand in the way of my and George's future. Rudolph and Kiri, who gave reason for Balor not to return. And Rosa, who abused Maria. Die. Genji, Kumasawa, and Naja, who indirectly created the situation of serving as accomplices to Kinzo. And Goda, who tried to get personal gain by striking a deal with Natsuki. Oh. even Goda, I was like, yo, who am I forgetting here? Oh yeah, Goda over here. Goda, I mean. All of them. It would be better for all people connected to the house of Ushiromiya to cease existing. Because of... Oh, wow. This right here. Has been bought by the majority. Cross conceals his use of Kinzo's fortune. Kinzo investment have failed. From the start, I knew that it would only be a matter of time until they, who had made the living by tricking and oppressing others, would go bankrupt. If predicted that right there. If one family was to make a mistake, then all the past and all the sins of the other people would start to be revealed, as well as in the end they would fall into ruin. Yeah. I was looking back at this. I was like, yo, what about Hideyoshi right there? Because he seemed like, I mean, from when I was reading the visual VN, it seemed like he was. Well, we didn't really see as many. Yeah, we didn't really see as many interactions or how vocal he was about it. We did get to see after Shannon's death, how George felt, and then Ava's reaction to all that. She was like, "Yo, what are you over here?" And then the ring and stuff. She was over here. While George over here crying, she's over here about to like say something to him. Like, so I am curious to see how those would go with Hideyoshi and Shannon. So because no leaves and branches will prosper from such rotten roots, so come and die together with me. Then nobody will have to suffer anymore. The scenario is a ritual murder committed by a witch with the gold ingots and the cash card that was charged with money from converting some of the gold and the fitting key. The plan behind the scenes was my family suicide. I would try to win the adults over to my side. Cross and Nazi have many weaknesses. It should be easy to turn them into my pawns. Yep. Still, it would be better to hide my true identity when showing them the gold, and threatened them by unveiling their conspiracy to hide Kinzo's death. Their embezzlement, or threaten to kill Jessica. But Nazi is not very intelligent, and so she is fast to anger. So there's probably not much merit to making her an accomplice. There'd be more gain in just watching her in terror, not knowing what is happening. That's so true. seeing Nazi throughout the whole series, freaking out and whatnot, man. For Ava and Hideyoshi, it would probably be just worthwhile to use George as my trump card. Ava's actions are simple and to predict. She's soft towards her next of kin, but quick to leave those outside of her immediate family behind. She would be the perfect pawn in my game. If I can bribe Rudolph and Kiri alongside Ava, I could probably employ them as acting murderers. A clear downside is that Kiri is fast to doubt people. If I'm unable to make them into my pawns early, I should dispose of them as fast as possible. Even worst case scenarios, ready for anything. Knowing them so well too, like the observation skills. I doubt whether Rosa would be open to discussion based on Maria's life, but she should be open to the promise of gold. Yep. A petty villain like Godo would be easily bribed and made into a valuable member involved in the secret agreement. The one with the most value as a pawn is Maria. Adoring the witch, she would do whatever I tell her, and there lies a taste of truth and words of a true believer like her. She would surely take the role of confusing the people on the scene, as well as thickening the presence of a witch. Yes, Maria is my most precious accomplice, who I promised to take to the Golden Land. I would never allow her body to be disgraced. She must rest in peace. This is really dark too. Since Genji, Kumasawa, and Nanjo feel indebted to me, they are loyal and will become my eyes and ears. Especially Nanjo, since he can give false statements upon states of death. Due to their long service, they are trusted by the family, so having all three of them as accomplices is a huge advantage. He will also be able to provide me with the necessary drugs and poisons for crimes. It may be a mystery staple to have the physician as an accomplice, but it can be very rewarding to follow old customs. Those who are bribed under the pretense of it going to be fake murders will surely lose their composure when being confronted with actual corpses. I'd better play dumb and tell them I prepared dummies with all the money, or somebody else is going around actually killing all those people, and if that doesn't work, I will dispose of them. Guns exist in abundance. If I hide them in several convenient places in the mansion, I don't even have to carry them around all the time. While also hiding the bullet wounds with Kinzo's collection of stakes and sawed-off rifles, it should be also quite the bizarre setup for corpses. Yep. Man, half a face, man. This image. Oh, man. By switching the breaker, I can easily pretend the phones were disabled. The means of communication and electrical system are all under my control. It is all in the palm of my hands and the hand of the witch and the head of the family. I have the power over life and death by every being on this island. With a magic called gold, their very thoughts will do as I command. I am spinning this world from 16 pieces again and again and again. As long as I have my magic, I can spin countless worlds on this within the world of October 4th and 5th. Yeah, these they don't shy away from these illustrations in here. I think that's something that is also different reading the manga, because you also more so get to see, the described like scenes that they talk about in the visual novel. Like, man, in fact, I want to go back to read the manga because of that, even more so too, as well. As long as I have my magic, I could spin. Yeah, I already read that. You have all shards, these fragments, this endless if. It gives birth to endless fragments in the cat box called October 4th and 5th. Oh, y'all can't see that, but it says that right here. These are parallel worlds floating within the box. I'm here to watch in on them. It's like a kaleidoscope. Oh man, this is a huge page. Okay. What rocket will the roulette hit next? Will it be an accomplice? Who will be the victim? What fragment shall I peek at? What fragment shall I spin? I do not have to abandon my plan. At times I follow it. At other times I play around. I just have to go about it at random. If I end up getting cornered, then I might just kill anybody right then and there. Because I have abandoned making any choices. So no matter what development or what result there is, I will surely be satisfied. As soon as the fragment responds, this is wonderful. My magic is unfathomable. Yeah, unfathomable. Why am I struggling to say that? Now I have finally become a true witch. This is the secret of overhead view that humans cannot reach. Oh yeah, this is some cool visuals, man. Happy Halloween from Maria. Oh man. Yeah, Rosa right here. Maria, Battler. Man, this is my domain. You are calling yourself a witch, aren't you? Oh, yes, I am already a witch. But to prove that I have truly surpassed the domains of humans, I need to be observed and acknowledged by being even higher than myself. If you should be that, then please make me a witch. And if I say no, then I will make you acknowledge me, because I am already a witch without being acknowledged by anybody. Ooh. To tread from the physical realms of humans over the threshold into the realm between the fragment is a feat that only us witches can pull off. And even higher than us, those are the ones freed from all the constraints, rulers of all things in creation of the gods. You humans are not, but splinters tossed around by the destiny that we give to rise. And you little wood chip, say that you want to be on one level with me? Yes. Since this child swore to me to become a god, you are the first to raise my interest. I'm truly intrigued by you and by your magic system. While you are not but human flesh, by bringing your spirit on my plane of existence, you created a proper domain. This cat box of yours holds perfect and endless possibilities. However, will you be able to ease my boredom, I wonder? Ooh, the blonde hair now. Very well. Yeah, Lambda Delta. Right? Lambda? Yeah. In the name of the witch of certainty, I acknowledge you as a witch. The real Mondo. Hey, yo, what's up? How's it going? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you? Thanks for tuning in for this. As long as you're certain, magic world, as long as your certain magic world keeps being certain, that is, I will forever continue to be your guardian. This endless tragedy of October 4th and 5th, I shall spin it until I am satisfied. The time limit is midnight on October 5th. What does it say? A goot of explosives? Suit? A bunch of explosives will blow this island away. This is 5 oots? Until that moment. Well then, try and stop me. The parents will definitely gather in one place and discuss family matters until deep on the night on the 4th. Murder will be so simple. Their bodies will be hauled to the storage shed that has been painted with a magic circle. Beforehand, to hide the bullet holes, I will use the sawed-off shotgun to blow off their faces. If I put poison... 500 tons. Oh, that's what it says? Wait, hold up. Yeah, 500 tons. Yeah, yo, this typo right here. I was like, what's this 5 oots? like I know I did something with explosives. Okay, 500 tons. Thanks for that. Yo. Oh, man. Yo, thanks. Yo, much appreciated. Glad you enjoyed the past streams. The parents would definitely gather in one place and discuss family matters deep in... Okay, I read that. Murder would be so simple. Okay, I read this. If I could put poison into the drinks they toast with, I can bring it to a fast end. Yep. If I make the first Twilight as horrible and occult as possible and play it off like an impossible crime, his interest should definitely be piqued, and he will feel like taking on the riddle. If I kill either Shannon or Cannon early on, then moving around after that will become much easier. But on the other hand, it might also become very enjoyable to present myself as the actual living Beatrice, who, with the 2 sets of keys I carry, that of Shannon and Cannon. If done right, I can also pull off some locked room tricks. Yes, there was one idea for a locked room that I have real confidence in. A chained locked room that seals the corpses and keys in a consecutive link. Oh snap. What was this? Episode 3 locked room, right? At first starting with room 2 and going around, I seal the corpse and the key of the room before by locking them in. Yeah, I think so. In 1, there is only the key for 6. And the door is left unlocked. Finally, I enter room 6, lock with the door, and inside lock to pretend to be dead. The important point is that 1 has to be a place as far away as difficult to find as possible. 6, on the other hand, must be very easy to spot and must be a room that has a window or something which allows the locked rooms to be easily destroyed from the outside. The people discovering 6 will easily break the window pane and enter. They for real. Yasuda over here really did predict like the whole like how they're gonna go about it, and like opening, because they did break the window. I remember that. Finding the key to 5 inside. Yada yada. In the meantime, I will sneak out through the broken window and enter 1. Lock the door from the inside and pretend to be dead. Yeah, because of also Cannon. Nanjo's help is essential, but there is a very high gain to it. Of course, there is also a method of locking the door from the inside and then committing suicide to create a locked room. I read that in one of those mystery novels. You tie the gun to a string of wire and blast from the shot catapult. Will catapult it back behind the piece of the furniture to hide it. Okay, I understand that. I would just have to place a stake beforehand. Then the illusion of the witch will prevail beyond my death, wouldn't it? Otherwise, I could attach a misleading tag to the wrong key and place it in a room. Even if I was to look from the outside, then the illusion of the Okay. Then the illusion of the locked room wouldn't be broken, since nobody except the servants would be able to discern a true key of this mansion from a fake one in the first place. Do I think the anime did? Well, I haven't seen the anime yet. I haven't seen the anime adaptation, so I don't have any strong opinions of it currently until I see it, which I plan on peeping it soon. I do know that a lot of people don't have high opinions of it, and from some scenes I have seen on YouTube of it, I I could see it. I could see why. Of those many tricks I know, which should I put to the test? But even if I don't go through the trouble of preparation, I still. Oh, my mouse is on screen. Kind of. I thought my mouse wasn't showing up on screen. Now it is. Okay, it is what it is. I don't have to go through a huge trouble of preparation. I still have my magic and the secret of agreements. Yeah. As long as I have my magic, any locked room trick, any trick from vanishing corpses, an impossible crime is at my free disposal just by pinning the crime on somebody else. Yep. Oh man. Yep. That was Nanjo's death. Ava over here. Where's these other scenes right here? Yeah, I felt like a whole different story in there. I have to peep it out. I really have to check it out. Even though I know I'm going to be, I feel like I already feel like I'm gonna be disappointed. But yeah, I'm excited to check that out eventually. What to do next? A Royal Road mystery? A really bizarre horror story. How will the pieces move when I point my finger? Sometimes I might even carry out the murders without an accomplice, or rather make everyone into accomplices of the fake murder game. I should test whether they truly fulfill my expectations. Rules. From the 3 items listed below, choose one as a sacrifice to gain. Yes, okay, this one. Okay, this was episode 4. Yep, George. Thank you, my beloved people. Thank you for loving me. You will be with me forever, even as souls after we die. You two should gladly sacrifice yourself to my desire, right? Man. Is this really right? Something so horrible. Really? And kill George. To make those I love take part unwillingly. To make the families of the ones I love take part unwillingly. Can I be satisfied with that? Is this really the right thing? Yeah, looking at yourself in the mirror. No, this can never be right. I want the people I love so much to live. Because I really want to live happily if it can be granted somehow. What is this? After all you have done, do you really think that you could still lead a happy life? Furniture. Man. Yes, it is not decided yet. It is not decided yet. Yes. Wait, what? Wait, okay. Yes. It is not yet decided. Yet I can think of nothing else. So, that is why there must be someone else to stop me. Roll Z, please somebody stop me. Kinzo says solving the epitaph requires a miracle. So if I were to entrust it to a bet, the magic of miracles, the one to solve the epitaph would arrive at this room, switch off the bomb, and survive. I want to gamble with this chance as well. If by any chance my beloved someone would solve the epitaph and through it inherit the headship, I would devote my life to that miracle. I would throw away all my other emotions and would live forever at that person's side. I would stop the murders and confess all my sins. With such With such a result, whatever end it might bring, I would accept it, for this would surely be my punishment. I am sure you will be able to solve it, right? You will notice that I am the culprit, and then you will stop me, right? Hoping that Battle would figure that out. When did I start streaming? Today? Well, today I started streaming an hour and a half ago, but if I think you're referring to when I started streaming Umineko. I started Umineko a year ago. The end of September of last year. End of September, beginning of October. Perfect timing to start it too. So, yeah, it was a long journey. Okay, yeah, these are the different. Yeah, okay. If that might not come true, then at least let us be happy in the Golden Land. All of these bottle mails are made in a way that if you follow all of the many rules, you will be able to unveil the culprit. That is why each and every one of these bottles contains a confession of my sins, repentance for my sins that would not exist had I not written them down. At least as my small apology, I will send the bereaved families a very small golden land of mine. Of course, I know that these would not excuse any of what I did. Once I would have Maria-sama recite the invitations, I made her memorize the curtain of this tragedy would have to rise. I assume I read that weird, but after that, it would all be left to the result of the roulette. On October 5th, when the bell strikes midnight, we will surely be welcomed to a land where we are freed from all of our suffering. I am the noble witch of Rokkenjima, Beatrice, and I shall make the curtain fall on this cursed bloodline and this chain of ill fate. And if by chance I might be forgiven, please grant me the miracle of smiling with that person when the seagulls cry. Oh, man. Yo, Gustavo, man. The last new chapter is really broke, bro. Oh, man. Jeez, yo, these are just a reminder of, like, the sad stuff that be going on in this storyline. Like, really, so much. Man, I really like the storyline. I was thinking about this the other day, too. Yeah, we're going to check out Cage Obligations. I was about this other day, too. When I was watching some shows, I was like, dang. It's going to be a while it's going to be a while for me to, like, reset my mind in a way to, like, watching something that made me feel as immersed or even feel like that level of quality of storytelling that I got from Umineko. Like, wow, yo, props to the Yukishi 07 and 07 expansion. Like, dang, this was really, really well written. Long as heck, but worth the journey. Okay, let's check out Cage of Obligations then. Now I guess I'll end it. My thing showing up? Okay, good. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're on episode 8 right here. Hey. Yo. The Kinzo, man. The Kinzo. Oh. Well, this is typical of father, but that's so absolutely no present for the little girl. It looks a little like a talisman. Alright, it scared you, didn't it? I'm sorry, Natsu-ne-san. This must be hell for you, for your migraine, yo. How did I almost forget about Natsuki and her consistent migraines? Jeez. It's alright. It reminds me of when Jessica was little. So it must be nice. Must be so nice to have a girl. She's a real angel, even though she cries a lot. Wow, my flowers. Maria, where did you get these flowers? Get these. I'm sorry, Nissan. Haha. Don't worry, those roses will grow back. Mama, you look like a princess. Oh, this girl. Here, a flower for Anji too. Oh yeah, baby Anji. Wow, you are pretty, Anji. That's my little sister. Hehehe. I am the lady of the Ushiromiya house. Oni-chan, can you live with us from now on? I want you to stay. I want all of us to be together. Oh, thank God. You finally came too, Anji. Yep, the Cage of Obligations. Yep, welcome to the Golden Land. Everyone? Where am I? In the Golden Land. Bito accidentally found... Okay. Bito... Yeah, I was trying... I thought I saw someone else in the image. Bito accidentally found you floating about in the waves of the ocean of nothingness. All because I jumped in the capital of books. You were in horrible shape. It took quite some time until you even remembered this form. Anji, we were all waiting for you to come back because you kept wishing that you could join us all here. You were able to come here. Man, she getting the hug from her parents after so long, but that pain. Anji, you learned the one truth. Oof. Yeah, but Ava like, dang. I tried to make sure she didn't know. That red fragment, it couldn't be. It just floated into my mind that had been torn to shreds. Your crappy confession. I see. For the goodness of fate must truly hate me. I don't understand anything anymore. What am I supposed to believe? What am I supposed to despise? Yep, dang, yo, whoa. Oh, this is that lady, Sumire, is that her name? Right? Kiri's sister. I love this art. What should I do? Anji-chan, if you have seen it all, then you should already understand that's something for you to hate. You have to hate me. It is my fault. I have taken your family from you. I took your family from you, and a chance of future from your family. Is this a joke? You want to tell me it was a witch again? Then nobody has to sin as long as the witch is to blame. I am talking as the human culprit. Yeah. I was the one who gave rise to that tragedy. Even if the actual outcome was different, it did kill them all. I have taken all of their lives in countless fragments. Even with this outcome, I am still at the very center of it all. This result was nothing more than me cornering the adults into a situation that led to violence. Due to my circumstances, they lost their lives. I had never created that pain. This tragedy would not have probably occurred. I think I would have been able to save them all. Had I really thought the world to be that fleeting, I would have been able to die alone. If I were to die, would he cry over me? I'm sure he would cry until his tears dried, and one day, as if nothing had happened, he would move on with somebody else. No, I don't want anybody else to have him. Everyone must think so. Something so dangerous can become a seed for anguish. Being the master of that room, I could have destroyed it or thrown it all into the sea. Just by that, nobody would have to die in the end, right? But I did not. At that time, I didn't see that option. I didn't even try to see it. All because I had abandoned every choice I had and every future. It's ironic. I always considered the happiness to be something that God or others bestow upon you. Always the passive one, in indulging sweet delusions. I was running away from reality and living a lie of happiness. I ran. And because I kept running, reality never changed. I chose this place as my final escape. Listen, Anji, if I had lived in this body, I might have experienced untold happiness. Listen, Anji, had I searched for an option that I was unable to see, if I had been able to live in reality, had I at least tried to hold out my hand without fear, I think there would have been a completely different outcome in store for me. One where I might have clutched onto it in that moment, where I was able to think that living might not be that bad. You could say the possibilities were endless, but by simply doing nothing, I undid them all. I simply locked the future out. I crushed that possibility. And in my selfishness, I ripped all the futures away with it. I am locked them into a dead end. You should just hate me without ever thinking of forgiving me. You have every right to hate me until the end of your days. I am sorry, Anji. And you too, my one-winged family. Oh, start. Was it? Yeah. It's still raining. Yeah, it's still raining. Oh yeah, she's crying. And Anji, don't be mean to Bito. It's alright, Maria. It's alright. Yeah. Yo. Oh man. Yo, Kinzo over here is wild, man. Father, listen, Beatrice. I can no longer sit idly by and watch you shoulder all of this. All of these sins are rooted in errors I committed. Well, that I agree with. to request for forgiveness from a dead person. Excuse me. My sins have taken root in this family and will never disappear. It was me who forced Beatrice into that thorny destiny. This outcome is the result of my mistakes. Kinzo, you, and I think there is a considerable number of people that agree. That may be so, but if I had been able to call you out on your mistakes as a friend at least. And I am to blame. That Lady Beatrice cannot be saved from her cruel destiny. I knew everything, so I should have protected and guided her along, even if that had violated my oath as a servant. And I was the one who taught her about magic. I should have intervened as a mother who raised her when she started using it as a tool to make unpleasant things disappear to her. You too? Yeah, that's right. There's not even room for excuses. We're sorry for not being the parents that you could be proud of, Anji. Stirring the flames, clutching onto money, threatening one another, constantly going on like this, was the sin that invited this outcome in. We were all supposed to be people that Anji could have been proud of, but in that regard, we were all too far from it. Ooh. Yeah, ooh. Ooh. Could I have gotten along better with you if I had been a better girl? No. I should have accepted you more. 100%, Rosa. 100%. If I had just paid a little bit more attention to my girlfriend. Even if... Oh, wait. Girlfriend. Wait, I'd say even if. Pay attention to my girlfriend. I was often scared by her eyes that seemed to be telling me something, but I averted my eyes and kept talking only of dreams. If I had just been a stronger man that she could have depended on to ease her mind, I might have been able to save her. And if I had been just a better best friend that Shannon could have opened her heart to, because I think it was due to our many mistakes and moments when we just failed to understand that this day ended in a dead end. A dead end through an accumulation of sins. I need to move my head up. Let me close the chat for a bit, y'all. Like sediment, it piled up, became muddy, mixed together, and inescapable. That is why I finally understand that tragedy that happened on the day is not a single person's fault. It was destined through the karma that piled up on this family. If they had made choices that they were unable to see and able to see, as Beta said, and pried away until that dirt, we might have all had a very different future, right? And even though that will never come true now, or maybe because of that, or maybe exactly because of that, my big brother, showed me all these dreams overflowing in the cat box. It's quite cynical that it took you to come here in order to notice that. It was because she managed to come here, and because there are no ties binding us to the Golden Land, we can all admit our errors and forgive one another. It was so difficult for all of us, I suppose. I would have liked to see a future where we could do this while being alive. Anji, it must have been so hard to live through these 12 years. The chain of misfortune that we shouldered is still causing you pain, even after 12 years have passed. You said so, right? You lived by entertaining sweet delusions like a ghost, and that you did not need a future where nobody came back for you. Isn't that kind of similar to what I did? Yep, very similar. That's why we say it. Even if you were to sink into a world of suffering again, we will say it again. Live, Anji. Live, laugh, and love. You should encounter so many things that will move your heart. If there is no happiness in reality, then you should search for it, or create it for yourself. Live in order to make reality shine. Okay, I'm gonna close chat again. Because the land of the dead you arrive at when turning and returning and running from reality has neither happiness nor future. Oh man, yo, this image. At the very end, you face the truth head on. So live now and grasp your happiness, Anji. Man. Also, where's Battler? Bun. Took them dying brutally multiple times to finally admit their mistakes. May Anji and company enjoy nothingness and death. Man. Sad, man. Sad, man. Anyways, that's all I really gotta say. That's a nice read. Thank y'all for letting me know about this. Man, that closes. Oh yeah, okay, we're still live. How do I close my? Oh yeah, there we go. It was still like full screen over here. I was like, what's going on? Yeah. Anyways, so I don't have much else to say. A little shorter stream as I kind of expected it to be. Man, so many memories of Umineko. But yeah, we're gonna start Golden Fantasia next week, hopefully. I need to test that out. I need to test out streaming that. But I'm not sure. I need to make sure my settings are correct, and I don't want it lagging or anything. So yeah, that's something I need to test out. So hopefully we start that next week. I'm probably going to get back to Danganronpa next week as well. Maybe next Friday, I might. The Saturday, I also want to get back to Zero Escape or the No Nary games. I haven't played that game since September, or read that visual novel since September. So definitely want to get back to that. And maybe some new stuff. I might get some new stuff soon, eventually. I might finish Danganronpa and Zero Escape first. I'll at least finish Zero Escape first, maybe. I'll see. Before I jump into any other franchise or anything. I probably will jump into something else before then, but yeah, also I wanted to play Nier. That's something I want to play considering the anime is coming out. So actually I might stream Nier on Saturdays, then Danganronpa on Fridays. I still have Umineko probably Tuesdays or Thursdays, maybe both days still. I see what I'm feeling with that. Because I also want to check out the anime. It'd be fun to stream that too, so I might do that. Maybe Tuesday I'll do Golden Fantasia. Umineko Golden Fantasia, then Thursday I'll stream over on Twitch, and then I'll upload the whole, edited version over on YouTube. So maybe I'll go about it that way. That sounds like an idea. Then I'll figure out a day I'll do No Nary games. I'm not in a rush to get back to that one. I do want to get back to it, but it's not imperative for me right now. I'm not rushing it. So, plus I also need to recap myself on where I left off. because I kind of forget what happened. So yeah, anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I still have this whole list. Oh yeah, there's also The Witch of the Holy Night that came out. I might play that. I'll see. I remember I was saying this the last stream. Yo, that thing's what, $60? Let me see if I got some Nintendo points I could use, because I think it's on Switch too. So yeah, anyways, I think that's pretty much all I gotta say. Hopefully y'all have a nice evening. Thank you for tuning in for this journey of Umineko. It still continues. I'll still have some more content of Umineko. I know there's a few tier list ideas some people have talked about. I do want to do a character tier list. That'd be fun. Should I live stream that? You want to see a live stream of that? I might live stream that. I have fun live streaming. Live streaming is fun. It's also just easier. just have it up live and it's on the channel, so I don't have to worry about editing it, then uploading, and that whole process. Recording, then editing, then uploading. Rather, live is just drawing it up. So yeah, some tier lists. Yeah, character tier lists. I just want to do a character tier list. Remember there was something else. I have some other ideas for some other Umineko content I have on the channel. So yeah, plus my review video, which I'll have up next week, or I guess final thoughts on the whole franchise, especially after reading this part too. So yeah, anyways, that's all I have to say. Have yourselves a nice evening and a nice night. Again, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all tuning in for these streams and everything. Following the madness whirlhole that was Umineko. Going through the story again with me. I appreciate it. So yeah, anyways, again, that's all. Oh, I have to close the stream, right? Yeah. Let me stop joking around. Yeah, I have some other videos on the channel too, just anime I've been checking out. Some shows I'm just not as into. Like, I'm excited for some shows, but I'm not feeling it part way. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see. Maybe because I just want to do live streams more. Should I live stream anime? I might do that. I'll see. Live reacts. I'll see. There's so many things I want to do, but I'll see, depending on time and whatnot. So yeah, let me end this right here. I thought I'm gonna be rambling for like another half an hour. Have yourselves a nice night. Peace, and I'll see y'all next stream. Hopefully.